Hello, beautiful souls. I'm just going to give everybody a minute to jump on, to get settled. I'm going to enjoy this beautiful cup of abundance. I'm drinking cacao. And I've got my citrine crystal. Since we're talking about abundance, citrine is literally the embodiment of abundance. So when you're arriving, when you're entering this portal of expansion, jump on, say hello, let me know that you're here, interact. Let's get this energy flowing. I've cooked my cacao with Manuka honey, and I've been using this Manuka honey, and it is incredible. So when you're here, let me know who's on so we can connect, so we can communicate. This is going to be a very interactive session. So tonight, obviously, we're talking about the topic of abundance, activating your soul's wealth codes, right? Hey, Lizzie, you're making your cacao and now mixing it with so much intention. I love it. Literally, the embodiment of cacao is working with the frequency of abundance. It's opening up that heart chakra, and abundance is just energy. So to get the most out of today's session, there is going to, as I said, it is going to be very interactive. So I invite you to interact, and I know that you're all going to be taking notes and working through them. But tonight, what I would like to do to kind of feed off your energy, to get this energy flowing, so we can capitalize off, I guess, everything that you're going to release, everything that you're going to surrender to, everything that you're going to let go of. Today is the time that you get to draw a line in the sand when we're going through and rewriting your belief systems, or helping you identify things within your belief system, within your subconscious, that you weren't necessarily aware of. This is going to be such a deep, soulful module. And of course, when you're looking at activating your soul's wealth, you've really got to illuminate the darkness within to be able to shine bright, to be a magnetizer to calling in your soul clients so you can be of service to them in the highest way possible. So when we go through, and I'm going to have a series of questions, it is going to, I guess, in a sense, be confronting, but part of confronting your fears with being witnessed, being seen and heard, and just sharing who you are, is a way of also illuminating and casting light and transmuting these fears and seeing them for what they are. So I invite you to challenge yourself to be vulnerable, be witnessed, and share and interact to get the most out of this session. Because as I said, I'm going to be able to intuitively feed off you as well, to be able to channel messages, to help you rewrite these fears, to transmute them, to bring light to the stagnant energy that isn't a part of you being a money magnet. So before we go there, let's talk about money. I mean, of course, this whole module is around abundance. So when we look at money is just an energetic exchange. Everything in life is energy. We are energy, money is energy, your services that you offer are energy. So to magnetize money and create the space for more money, for more energy to flow to you, to amplify money coming into your energetic field, it all comes down to discovering what are the fears and resistances that you have around money. identifying what your money story is and areas of growth, areas of opportunity to rewrite your money story is how you are going to feel more comfortable in your soul's work receiving money. Because there is very much this old paradigm belief, and it's one, in fact, that I spoke to Lupe. We work one-on-one together. She's one of my VIP soul coaching clients, and we literally had this conversation, and I was sharing her an example of for those of you that are not national and international, once a month almost, I am part of a community event here in the Manawatu, and it is a spiritual, like, holistic health and wellness fair. I'm a exhibitor at a few, but there's one in particular that I'm speaking into. And I was speaking into a masculine healer, and he was saying to me, like, oh my gosh, like, wow, you seem to be doing amazing. You're out there, you're visible, you're being seen, you've got amazing content. Literally, like, I have people coming up to me at, like, the spiritual fairs that he's a part of, and he, being a healer, has been asked questions like, how do I go and find Tara? I want to go and work with Tara. And he's like, wow, like, what, without saying directly what it is, what is it that you're doing that I'm not necessarily doing to be able to tapping into this abundance, this wealth, this coding within me of being of service with knowing what my purpose is, knowing what transformations I offer, and embodying that, right? And he didn't directly ask me that question, but and because he didn't directly ask me that question, I didn't really say what my point of difference was. I could see what my point of difference was in comparison to him. And then when we got a little bit deeper into conversation, he was asking me, you know, what's my next step? How do I envision being of service? And then he shared me his intentions, his purpose, and what he wants to do. And then this is where the penny dropped. Excuse the pun. But he said, no healer is ever rich. Like, doing this type of work, you can't be abundant. You can't be wealthy. And I was like, oh, this is a very real, raw witch wound that has been coming through and being rewritten on our particular timelines as we speak. This witch wound of offering spiritual services for free, because that was the expectation. Like, oh no. And even now I see it across so many platforms where, and even I experience it as well, where yes, I do lots of free events and hold the space for people to give them like little snippets of inside of guidance, like mini energy healings, little mini me exchanges. And that's also a way for people to get a taste, to step into my energetic field, to understand a little bit about me, how I work, and to see if I'm the one that is in their highest alignment to work with them. And across that, I have services that scale from, like, I guess, I don't know, like my lowest ticket item would be around a membership option, to like my highest ticket item being like a 4-figure item, and that's working with me for a 9-month basis. So that's a varying scale of around 55 USD to 4,444 USD. That's my highest ticket item at this present point in time. And as he was sitting there speaking into like no healer, no person that leads a spiritual life being of service is wealthy. And his dream was to open up a holistic like health and wellness center, to have rooms where you could do energy healings, like have yoga centers, like acupuncture, access bars, the works, all the holistic modalities underneath one roof. But he's like, oh, you'll never make any money from that. And I was like, oh man, this wound runs deep. And I was like, oh, I got actually really excited him speaking into this, because I was like, this is so topical, right? And this is what I see a lot of people, because of this old paradigm belief. And again, we're all looking at setting up an intuitive business. That's why you're here. You're looking at setting up a business that's an extension of your soul. And having a soulful led business means that you're bringing in your intuition as a way of guiding you to flourish and work out the codings and the templates and work from an energetic basis to being of service within your business. And I was just like, wow, okay. I just was sitting there, just listening, observing, watching this belief system. And I was like, this is so deeply ingrained that it makes me so excited, not being here as a money coach, but understanding the concept of money just being an energetic exchange. And when you become a vibrational match for anything in life, whether it be money, whether it be health and wellness, whether it be of service to clients, this is literally what is reflected back to you, because you vibrationally match at that level. And if your belief system is based on, oh, well, healers never are never abundant and never wealthy, that's literally what is going to be reflected to you. You are never going to be able to crack through that glass ceiling, because that is literally your belief system. And this is what we're going to dive deep into tonight. Now, I would like to stand corrected and correct and rewrite this belief system. And this is where I do get the opportunity to reteach people, because many people I get heaps of messages. And this is why I find it so hard to message my soul clients, because sometimes I get overwhelmed with messages of people asking, can I have a free reading, or can I have a free energy healing? And I'm like, no, you can't have a free this, or no, you can't have a free that. This is something that I offer as a paid service. Yes, however, I do offer free one-on-one settings. If you catch me on the live, if you watch me, if you engage with me, if you connect with me, that's a whole opportunity for that. But it's just the same. You don't go into a shoe shop and say, hey, look, I love that pair of shoes over there. Can I have them for free? The answer is going to be no. So it's this really old paradigm belief around having a spiritual led business that you need to sell your soul and give everything for free. Well, you're never going to be abundant if you sell your soul, because that's then going to also reflect in all areas. And this is why we go back to in module 2, Love Thy Soul, tapping into the worthiness, because if you think that you're worthy of receiving whatever price point that you're setting, based on the transformation that you're offering within the service that you've created, based on your story, based on your skill set, and you believe that you're worthy for someone to pay you that amount of money, well, then you are going to be abundant. That's breaking that belief system. So to magnetize money and create the space for money as a form of energy to flow to you, to amplify money coming into your energetic field, it comes down to discovering your fears and your resistances and what they are. Your money story literally is what learned beliefs you have around money, and realigning that with love of self, love of your soul business, because money itself is an energy. And if there are fears or resistances or blocks around money, that won't be able to flow through to you. You won't be able to hold the space for money in your energetic field. Let me know if you've come into a lot of money, and as quickly as it's come in your energetic field, all of a sudden you have all of these random bills pop up, or you get pulled over and you get a speeding ticket. And these are not like your normal day-to-day, like living expenses. Let me know if you've experienced that before. Comment in the post. And the reason for this is like, yes, you've aligned to that frequency of allowing yourself to receive money, but you haven't anchored in the coding to hold that in your energetic field. So easy as it comes, easy as it goes. Who's heard that concept before, right? This is literally because you haven't raised your vibration to withstand this amount of abundance in your energetic field. Let me know if you've heard of the love of money is the root of all evil. Like, this is a good one. And this is one that still gets thrown around, this terminology with like my family, with my parents. And you said, yes, I'm finding that when I spend it, the universe sends it back to me. That's amazing. So you have now found your level of tolerance within your energetic field. So now it's time to upgrade that to be able to energetically hold the space for more money. And how you do that is through embodiment. So you believe money is energy. Yes, you have heard it. Yeah, I love it. So if this terminology resonates with you, this concept is somewhat been embodied and stored within your subconscious mind, right? And we're going to go really deep in this. We want to hold on to the money, right? We don't want to let it go. We don't want it to slip out. We want to continually upgrade, but not upgrade in a way of hoarding money. We want to still circulate and share abundance with other people. But that doesn't mean that we have to lose it all because we have spiritual businesses and we shouldn't charge for our services. No, we're literally rewriting this belief system. So what I want to invite you all to do is work through your conditioned money story. So this is where we're going to have an interactive session. And this is where you are going to be faced with the reality of what has been lying within your subconscious, what beliefs and opinions that you have around money that you have taken on whilst evolving and growing into the beautiful adult human you are today. So what I want you to do is I want you to break this down in parts. And I've already put a post up in the community group around the areas that I want you to focus in on. So we've got part 1, which is around the inner child. When you were born, what did you see and feel as a child? What kind of environment did you grow up in? Was it an environment of richness? Was it an environment of poverty? There is no right or wrong, but it's just for you to realize your triggers when you're stepping into or putting yourself out there, sharing your vision, sharing your services that you're offering to people. When you know that these are trigger points within you, you're going to find it so much easier to be able to work through them, to continue to show up, to call in that next level embodiment, that next level intention of money that you're calling in by understanding these aspects. So part 2 is parents. What did they teach you about money? Part 3, what has society taught you about money? And then we're going to go into your fears, declaring your fears around money, what your perceptions of other people are with wealth. And then what you're going to have a look at is whatever is needed. We're going to transmute that by bringing your story into the positive. What do you now choose to believe about money? What is your soul's money story now in the present moment and moving forward? You're going to continue to evolve and grow your money story as you continue to grow and evolve, and as your business continues to grow and evolve. So what I would like you to do is, first of all, we're going to start off with a series of questions, and I want you to put them in the comment box. Again, going through the process of being witnessed, being seen and heard, being vulnerable, because this is all part of aspects of you sharing your story. There's no right or wrong. There's no judgment here. This is a safe environment. And this part of our story is what and how we connect with people emotionally. And it doesn't mean to be that you're going to... This has to be your topic of choice within your soul business. It's just understanding that this is an aspect of how you grow your business. You might be a mindset and a spiritual money coach, whatever it is, but this will, this is just merely an exercise, which is what I'm trying to say. So how do you rewrite your money story? What I want you to do is answer these questions. The first thought that comes to your mind, without your human, your personality, your ego stepping in, I want you to connect in with your soul. And the first thing that comes up, I want you to type it in the box. So my first question for you is, when I think of rich people, what do you think of rich people? How do you perceive them? So let you type them in, and we're just trying to do short, sharp answers, like straight to the point. And the next question is, money is. What is money to you? How do you perceive money? And the next question, do I love or fear money? Do I love or fear money? Having money means being. What does having money mean to you? Having money means doing. What can you do when you have money? What comes to mind? I spend money because. I spend money because. I receive money because. I receive money because. When I open my bank account, I feel. When I open my bank account, I feel. How do I treat money? How do I treat money? Do you respect money? Do you abuse money? Again, there's no right or wrong. My parents' beliefs around money are. My parents' beliefs around money are. My grandparents' beliefs around money are. My grandparents' beliefs around money are. My beliefs around money are. My beliefs around money are. In my household, when I was growing up, money was. In my household, when I was growing up, money was. We're going to do some deep work here. When I hear money doesn't grow on trees, I. Finish the sentence. When you hear money doesn't grow on trees, I. When I hear the words poor people, I. So this could be a feeling, this could be a reaction. When I hear the words poor people. And now going back to when you're a little baby, or just a little girl, the first time you remember attaching emotion to money was when? When you're a baby or a little girl, the first time you remember attaching emotion to money was when? When you're in the flow of abundance, I know that money is. When I am in the flow of abundance, I know that money is. Money allows me. Money allows me. What would it mean to have infinite money? What would it mean to have infinite money? When I see money, I feel. When I see money, I feel. When I imagine life with a lot of money, it looks like. When I imagine life with a lot of money, it looks like. Money wants to love me because. Money wants to love me because. I choose to love money because. I choose to love money because. I am worthy of money because. I am worthy of money because. I am deserving of money because. So you might need to go deep because there are similarities but also differences in these questions. They cross over. I love that, Lizzie. Yes. Yes. So now's the opportunity for you to go back, and you may want to go back on the replay and you may want to do this again. You might want to write your own notes with these questions. And every time you're shifting the bar with calling in more money in your soul work and your soul business, go back to seeing how far you've come with rewriting your belief system and reflecting back on what you've written. And hopefully this is going to allow you to do, the more vulnerable and the more you sit with this, and you are going to go deeper in the soul work that I have posted, is that this is going to encourage you to uncover your core beliefs around money. And now you're going to have the opportunity to rewrite your money story. And I will, off the back of this, I'm going to go back to the other questions, but I have some more questions for you to solidify now your new belief systems that you are choosing to believe when you step into the embodiment of your soul's work. You can feel a massive shift in your tummy. Yes, oh my gosh, like this is This is a deep session, and it's just even creating the awareness and acknowledgement that this was a belief system, that you have the ability to consciously choose and rewrite and change the vibration to become a vibrational match by embodying, by being that person, whether you're looking at working towards five-figure months, six-figure months, seven-figure months, or what that looks like, 5-figure years, 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever you're calling in within your soul business. What you need to understand with money just being energy is actually becoming the energetic match, as if you already are receiving that level of energy exchange within your soul business. So for those of you just starting out, it's you embodying those services that you're putting out there at those price points that you're working out, believing that you are worthy of holding the space, and that the transformation is what you have based the price point on. So we're going to go a little bit deeper in that. But what I have put in is a part 1 around the inner child, part 2 around parents, part 3 around society, part 4 around declaring your fears and your perceptions of other people with wealth, just like you've done now. But this is an opportunity for you to go off the record in I guess like journaling aspect, for you to really get deep and really face what it is that you're choosing now to transmute. So now you have the choice to consciously transmute by rewriting and bringing your story into the positive from what you now choose to believe around money. What is your soul's money story, not your human money story? And what I want you to do with this is I want you to write a love letter to money, starting with the title, "My soul has a purpose and vision and has the resources, including money, I know this to be." And then put your examples of the purpose, your vision, your resources, which is what you've gone over in the previous topics and uncovered. Now you're putting it into practice and adding it into your money story. What you're doing with this is you're writing your soul will then provide you with all the resources you need to help you create your soul's purpose, to birth into life your soul business, and then go deep and list examples. When you are committed to following through and showing up and being the embodiment of your soul's purpose and sharing that through your soulful business, the universe is going to support you. It is you that stops yourself. The universe wants to gift you all the opportunities, all the resources, all the connections, all the soul clients you need to be successful. You were chosen to come here for a reason. You chose to come here on this particular timeline to be a part of creating the new earth. Now you just need to get out of your own way and break through and rewrite and surrender to those fears and choose what is the positive, what is the opposite of that, and then learn to embody it. This is how you become a magnetic and magnetizing money. Money doesn't like to hang out with people who don't respect it. So if you go back to one of the questions before, money is, or what is your beliefs around money? It is an energy. It's treating the energy as if you are treating yourself, right? You're respecting it. If you're thinking that you don't have enough money for that, or it's too expensive, or you don't need much money, or you don't want to be rich, what are you literally enforcing within your belief system? Or maybe it's all rich people are assholes. This is why I asked this question. You're so welcome, Pani, and welcome, by the way. Whatever your belief systems are, it's now time to confront them, because if you're not going to do this work, again, there's that glass ceiling. You're going to keep hitting it. You're going to keep wondering, I can get to this particular point, but I can't raise my 3K months from 3 to 5K, 5 to 10K. This is because you need to go deeper in working on yourself. Therefore, have this as a reflection in your external reality. This is why your business is literally an extension of your soul. You have to do the work on yourself. So this is creating the opportunity for you to go deep and review what your beliefs are around money. You need to be super honest with yourself, because at the end of the day, the only person that you're kidding is you. These are your beliefs. We all have our beliefs. We all have our triggers. We all have our fears. We all have our own traumas. We are human. Right? This is part of the experience that we signed up for, being spiritual beings, having a human experience. And this is where the magic happens, by illuminating light. This is how you create awareness around the subconscious and the unconscious programming you have around money. This is how, instead of repelling money, you now have the opportunity to shift this from this moment forward. This is your time to draw a line in the sand, call it a day. As you said, like Lizzie, you can already feel a shift within your tummy. Like this is amazing. And this is you tuning in energetically. This is you saying enough is enough. Like now, like if I really want to be of service, I need the universe to support me. I need to call in these resources to be able to nourish myself, to give my body what it needs to be able to hold the space for the transformations that you're here to offer your soul clients. So to change your situation, your situation, you have to literally become a different person. That in order to get yourself into a different financial position that you currently are, you have to do something different. You can't keep doing the same thing expecting a different result. You can't just half-heartedly put yourself in and not being confident in what services you offer. You can't just hide behind the screen and not show up and not be visible and not allow people to connect in with your energetic field. You're running a soulful business. It's got a heart. It's got a soul. It has its own energy, its own vibration, its own frequencies that it emits out to your soul clients based on your intentions. They don't get to connect with you, which is through connections is how you be of service to people. They don't get to connect with you if they can't see you, if you're not being visible, if you're not being the embodiment of what it is that you're calling in. If you're not showing them, this is why we go over the different types of posts, being visible, sharing your body of work. If you want to call in that next level of abundance, you have to do something different. What is that point of difference that you're going to do? What belief systems are you going to break? Are you going to rewrite? What fears are you having around showing up? Putting your work out there if it's the first time. Remember, you're your first student. You know that this works because this works on you. Now you're stepping from student into teacher mode. You want something different, you want to call in that next level bracket of abundance, this is how you do it. You be and do something different. You be the embodiment of what it is. There's no such thing as past or future. The only thing that actually lives and is existing is the present moment. Your brain and your energy frequency and vibration doesn't know the difference between you actually having something. So say, for example, you're looking at working on setting out the intention of having like a 5K month, right? Well, what does it feel like embodying a 5K month? What does a 5K month you look like? How do they show up? What is different about them? How do they feel? How do they just know that this is a done deal and they're magnetizing this level of abundance in? What does it feel being of service to this level of clients? How do you interact with them? This is where you're tapping into your inner feminine, the embodiment of it. And when you're doing this in the present moment, this is how you become an energetic match for that 5K month. You anchor it in, you lock it in, you continue to show up in that way. Once you've held that and you've literally clicked the coding in your energetic field, if you choose to raise the bar to step into that next level of embodiment, we'll set your next goal. Is that a 7K month? Well, what does a 7K month feel like? How does that version of Tara show up? How is she being seen and heard? What is she doing to, again, going back to the topics, how is she connecting with her purpose? What are her sacred rituals, her practices? How is she connecting with her intuition or letting her intuition guide her? Because again, it's a soulful business, right? We're working with energy. What does that look like? Let's embody that. Right? What is the new purpose of how you're being of service? What are you doing that's different? How are you calling in these clients? Maybe it's a new offering that you have. Okay, well look, let's add that in. Okay, well, how do you have to show up? What do you have to share? How can you be vulnerable within this? How can you share your experiences of, again, you being the student, now being a teacher, sharing your own testimonial of your embodiment of the work that you do? So it's just putting everything back into practice, rewriting that every step, going back to the basics. This is how you lay your foundation, right? Again, money is just an energetic exchange. Everything in life is energy. We are energy. Money is energy. Your services that you offer are energy. Don't forget that. Where do I want to go with this? Okay, so I'm just tuning in and just checking my notes just to make sure I haven't missed anything. Right, here is a big message. Oh, Lizzie, I'm just reading your comments. I can feel I need to be visible so much. You can't ignore it anymore. You want people to see you. You want people to vibe with you. You want to give them little mini tastes of what it's going to be like being working with you. And especially it's connecting with people, and through these connections, growing your audience to build trust in you, to go from being one of your low ticket priced clients. I'm just putting them in like, obviously, you know, these are your clients, these are your connections, you have rapport with these people, but I'm just kind of putting it in like business terminology. I don't mean to devalue this in any way, but this, when you create strong connections with people, what you're doing is you're building trust. The more trust that you have with people, the more you show up as this gifted expert in your area of expertise, the more vocal you are, and the more people get to see that this is what you live and breathe. This is your lifestyle. They are going to fall in love with this aspect of you. They are going to see this within you. They are going to want what is within you. They want to want this aspect of you. This is how they build trust, because they want what you have, and they'll go from a low ticket kind of client to someone that now has that trust, that rapport, that confidence within you of being this gifted expert, that they'll go from that to maybe being like a high ticket paying client, and do more of like one of your more intimate, like one-on-one setting offerings, depending on what it is that you're offering. But it is all down to connection with people, right? So when you're working with money, you don't want to focus on what you need, because when you're focusing on that, what vibration are you emitting? You're working from a place of lack, from a place of scarcity. What you want to do is focus on your intention and aligning with the energetics of that intention, that money goal. And when you are embodying the energetics of that money goal and you tap into what it feels like, what, as I was saying before, what is Tara doing that's different when she's calling in a 10, 20, 30K month, is you need to start showing up as that person. And this is how people are going to see and have the confidence within you to literally invest, because it's a big deal. You think about each and every one of you investing into this course. You think about everything that you went through and a human emotion. Investing in yourself is something that I guess society has lapsed. There is a gap in society. Society doesn't teach you to invest in yourself, to allow yourself, to give yourself the nourishment, to receive what it is that you need. It's certainly not the way that I was brought up. But what you want to do is focus on your goal, as I said, and aligning with the energetics of that goal. And tap into the feeling, the embodiment of it, like giving this energetic exchange by providing your offering as an exchange for a certain amount of money based on the transformation. Everything that you do, your price point, as I said earlier, is based on the transformation. It's not based on, hey, look, here's the New Earth Soul Biz program. We've got 6 lives and I'm technically going to be on there roughly for an hour. I'm going to be answering messages. I'm going to be giving guidance and support and asking questions. This equates to this many hours. No. This is not how you run a soulful business. This is old paradigm business thinking. What you're tapping into, and when you're working on a price point of this energetic exchange, is what each and every one of you that you're holding space for. I'm going to use this container as an example. What you're going to walk away from this. And if you've got the codings and the templates to literally have life-changing, I guess, when you look at the rewiring of your money beliefs, you could walk away from this with working through your limiting beliefs, facing your fears and breaking through your glass ceilings to step into the embodiment of being millionaires. It's just how much do you choose to go deep within what is coming up for you in this process. How am I going to do this? This always happens. What I'm going to do, okay, we're just about to, my battery's about to go dead. I always forget. I prefer working off a phone rather than a laptop, as it allows me to, I just find it easier technology wise, but I'm gonna hopefully not lose you guys and just transfer this and come back. Woohoo, we made it. Let's hope that that works. Sorry about that. So, where do I want to go with this now? We were talking about working from a place of scarcity and lack. Okay, got it. And by creating the space to allow money to work with you in the highest way, you need to understand what your emotional connection to money is. So on that note, what I want to talk about is debt. And if you've had to borrow money to work with a coach or a mentor, or if you've had to put it on a credit card, This is a good thing to remember. Money is literally only energy, and the energy is getting you to tap into a higher awareness that is allowing you to embody different states of abundance for you to earn more, to become more. So debt is only a bad thing if you make it about your current situation or it's misused. What isn't normalized, as I was saying before, is the investments that you make within yourself and what the ripple effect is on you and then therefore humanity, the world, the people that you're here to make an impact and literally change their lives. So your problems, your challenges is to learn to view debt in this form as a gift in advance. Let me know if you've heard that before. When I heard that, I was just like, oh my gosh, yes. When I made my first, I can't even remember my first investment in myself, but I guess my first like 5-figure investment in myself. So we're looking at like $10,000+ and myself, my business, receiving accreditation. I literally paid for it in a way of using my credit card. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so much money. Like, is this investment worthy? And if you look at normalizing this type of debt, it's not seen as, I don't know, in some instances in society, is worthy. However, if you were to look at buying a house, where you get in debt by hundreds and thousands of dollars, society deems this as a worthy investment, right? Although the property market is a bit interesting now, but in the past, it's not always the case. But if you look at investing in yourself, and this is done in a way of temporarily leveraging off having debt, this is a gift in advance to help you embrace your next level version of yourself. So I've mentioned before, and when you're first starting out and you set an energetic money goal and you don't reach it, for example, don't reaffirm this as a failure. So this is for those who are starting out or you're looking at like breaking through that glass ceiling. When you're doing this, when you set the intention and you don't reach the intention, that goal, don't judge yourself by how much you make, by how many enrollers you have in your course or services, or the rank that you made, or how many followers you have. When this happens, and I'm sure you'll come across a point in time when it will, to experience that, to understand that, to learn, to grow, to understand what this feeling is like, and to be able to work through your point of difference to raising your energy, frequency, and vibration, working on your own limiting beliefs and your fears, looking at yourself from a place of non-judgment. So when and if this is to happen, tune into gratitude and be grateful for your soul clients that are showing up for themselves and how you are helping them make a change by doing your soul's work. By staying in a place of gratitude, you're not switching into that lower vibrational state of lack of or scarcity or I want or I need. You're literally embodying the frequency of becoming that energetic match of what you're calling in. And it is always good to, again, when you're putting yourself out there, or maybe you're in launch and you're launching your first service, or you're launching something new, you've already got services out there, and look at viewing it from a place of love and tune into what did you learn? What can you do differently? This is after your launch. What worked best? How can I use this information of showing up, the embodiment, next time to make an even bigger impact to reach your soul tribe? And really get centered in gratitude with your goals, remembering that you are also learning too. So for me, being in business now for just over 3.5 years officially, I have had many learns along the way. I have worked out what works for me, what works for my soul client. I show up in ways within social media with what resonates with me at this present point in time, and that chops and changes, and that's where I find my soul clients are hanging out. This is how I connect with people, by showing up in places that I enjoy being in, not by thinking in these old paradigm ways of you have to do business and you have to market yourself in this particular way. I literally embody what my soul clients are doing and then show up in that way so I can be seen and heard within that particular market. And within that, also with launches that haven't been that successful, really sitting there with myself and being like, okay, well, did I really show up and connect in with the energy and share the transformation that was offering within that service? Or did I hide behind the screen? Did I just put a post up? Did I just market it through, I don't know, Facebook ads or something like that? And then seeing, well, what is the point of difference? What works? Whenever the biggest and best launches that I have are ones that I just show up and I just speak into the transformation. I declare my intentions for the course, say that these are the transformations. This is what works for me. And this is literally how, and what people connect with. And they're like, I want that. Launches that I don't show up and I just have posts, I find that I don't have as much buy-in because they haven't been able to vibe with me. They haven't had the ability to connect with me, which is why visibility is such a big thing. So with this, remember, as I said, you are learning too. So tune into your higher self and seek your guidance, immersing yourself within your soulful strategy. So what might work for me may not exactly work for you. You will find your own unique flair, your own unique flavor. But the key point is you still need to be visible within your soulful strategy that you're setting out. So what you want to do is remember to focus on your why and your what you are delivering, your intention, your outcome, the energetics of what it feels like to literally embody this transformation, showing up, vibing in that energy. And the universe, when you're showing up and you're an active participant in your manifestation, the universe is going to support you. You don't have to go it alone. When you do the work, and it's not that you have to hustle, yes, you do have to act and bring in the masculine aspect of once you've downloaded and embodied whatever it is, your body of work that you're sharing. Once you've shown up and you've gone at it 100%, the universe is going to do the rest. They're going to bring the clients and that you literally have the energetic capacity to be of service to in this present moment. So what do you need to do to become more aligned with abundance? Literally just pay attention to your thoughts, to your mindset, to your limited beliefs around money, and have more awareness when you can catch those lower vibrational thoughts and transmute that into the positive and replace that limiting belief with what you now choose to consciously believe. What is your soul money story? And on that note, I have a really fun game for each and every one of us. And last year when we did this, this was absolutely incredible. Some amazing things were literally birthed into existence and amazing amounts of abundance embodied and received. So what I want you to do is pay attention to all the abundance that you bring into your life and literally celebrate everything. This is how you're going to realize that abundance is actually all around you. Abundance is your natural state of being. But you just need to be more consciously aware of this. So this is going to be the opportunity for you to create new beliefs around money, as you're requiring your consciousness to go through an intentional upgrade. So the most important thing to note is that behind the scenes work. Yes, we're talking about a soulful business, and putting yourself out there and receiving money. But if you don't work on your own beliefs, you're going to find it very hard to receive money in exchange for what you are offering. And you may find yourself in a position of, I guess, having your heartstrings pulled to reduce prices, or having people come to you and ask you to offer your services for free. Well, that doesn't pay your bills. And that's not the transformation that you're offering. And that's not creating the opportunity for the person that is interested in working with you, for them to work through their own belief system around money, to realize that they are worthy and it is okay for them to invest in you. Remember your belief system that got you to the point of investing in this course. So, or any other course that you've done, or any other investment within yourself, to, I guess, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Embody that next level version of you, to nourish yourself. So in remembering this, abundance is connections. The way you connect with people, the way you love on them, the way you celebrate their successes, and you do that selflessly, the way and how you treat people in stressful situations, how you share your energy, and the way that you're showing love and respect, or how you're tapping into your fiery energy within yourself, showing compassion, consideration, your vibration, your energy, your relationship with people, your soul clients. This is what strengthens your channel to create money, to have abundance, to activate those wealth codes within you. So where does money come from? It comes from the people investing in you. So when you manifest money, this is happening through people, through the transformations that you are setting, that you're offering, through them embodying these transformations. We see and know and hold the space for them to transform, and in exchange, this is how you receive money. It is an energy exchange. Money is energy. So you need to believe that your clients are abundant, because if you're not holding the space within them to realize that they're worthy of investing in your body of work, then they're not ready for your transformations that you have to offer. We want to give them the opportunity to work on within themselves, and this is happening and they don't even know that's happening, and you're holding the space for them to do that, for them to rise above and work on their own abundance stories. Not to attract clients that want to work or invest in your services but don't have enough money to do so. And again, realizing that if this is something that keeps coming up in your energy field, and you've got all these people are like, oh my gosh, I love your workshop, like I really want to be a part of it, but I don't have the funds to do that. Okay, cool. I celebrate when people come and say this to me, because I'm like, oh, okay, how does this link into my own belief system? What can I do to work on myself to rewrite that? What is surfacing that I didn't have the conscious awareness of? I'll go back through those series of questions and I'll go and work on my own belief system. Do you get what I mean here? everything is a direct reflection of you, which is why you work on yourself to therefore become an energetic match, to be of service, to receive money as a form of an energetic exchange. It's through you being the embodiment of the body of work that you have to offer. So if you don't reach your money goals, go back to the drawing board and see what it is that you can shift, that you can change. There may be just a little subtle shift that you need to do. It's not that your services aren't worthy to be offered, because there are so many soul clients out there that need what you have to offer to them. First of all, they need to be able to find you by you being visible. Second of all, you need to have the confidence and belief in your purpose, your mission, your impact. And then if you're still not receiving or you're getting that feedback, okay, well, come back within. What is it within you that you just need to subtly shift or change? I'm going to let you know on a little secret, and you're probably going to be like, what are you talking about? But 9 times out of 10, people price their services too low. And hand on heart, I can say that my pricing for this course, and especially when I first run it, I didn't price it as abundantly as what I should have, what I was guided to when I downloaded this body of work. But the second time I ran it, after I truly embodied and I saw the transformations, even though I knew the transformations because I am a living, breathing, walking example of it, my one-on-one clients are too, I was like, no, this course is literally should have been 2 times higher than the price I literally priced it at. So it is really important to get that energetic exchange right, to feel comfortable in your pricing. Because what can happen too is if you're going to price your services too low, sometimes people don't believe, or they kind of see it as, oh, well, why is it that price? Not that you want to market yourself and compare yourself to other people, but if you're marketing your price at too low, sometimes people don't take it as seriously as what they would do if they invested hundreds or thousands of dollars in a course. Let me know if this resonates with you. If you're like, oh, it's only a couple of dollars, I'm not going to treat it, if it's even like a product or a materialistic thing, I'm not going to treat it with as much respect as what I would do with my $1,000, $2,000, I don't know, $30,000 TV. You're going to care for that TV, right? You're going to look after it. You're going to clean it. You're going to make sure that you give it its upgrades, right? But if it was just like a $50 TV, do you think that you give it as much care and attention as what you would do if it was more expensive? The same way as if you're pricing your services too low, sometimes your soul clients don't take it as serious as what they potentially could do because you've underpriced it. Do you see how that works as well? So this is a very important aspect to be aware of. So pricing is very important. You need to work with the vibe, the energetics of the amount, and be willing to receive this and be willing to receive it comfortably, right? If you're pricing it too high and that feels uncomfortable, there's going to be an energetic block there. It may be priced at the right price for your soul clients, but they're still going to pick up on your money story because you don't believe that you're worthy of putting yourself out there by setting the intention with your transformation and having someone invest in this amount of money with you. So you're kind of cock blocking yourself from receiving this abundance. Go back to your money story. So when you are doing this, it's not just about the price. It's about being comfortable with what you're offering and the amount of energy that you put into the exchange for what you receive. But the perceived value is the intention and the outcome and the transformation of what you expect to happen. So say, for example, the readings and healings I do, over the years of offering this particular service, pretty much every year or every 6 months, I look at reviewing my prices because the amount of work and the investments I do to upskill my skill set and what I bring through, what I channel changes from when I first started doing psychic readings. So the transformation is different, therefore the price point changes. So the other thing that's really hard to put a price point on is that I could do one session with a client and we could go so deep in like past, like we could be looking at past life trauma that's crippling them in their present life, and being able to identify that root cause literally could have been the equivalent of 10 years therapy, because I'm able to multidimensionally click into aspects of energy that fragments of their soul that's left them, and this has created trauma in their energetic body. I'm not going to go too in depth with it, but if you think of having like one session and they're paying a price for one session, which literally could have been the equivalent of 10 years therapy, how do you even put a price point on that, like on that one session, right? So this is where working with the energetics is really, really important. And making sure that it is an equal energy exchange. So this is what I challenge you to value within yourself. And especially if you're starting out, again, it may feel uncomfortable to receive money. I know it certainly was for me when I put myself out there to receive this energy exchange. I was breaking through this old paradigm belief that I must be of service in this way of spirituality, intuitive readings, energy healings for free. I was literally selling my soul, getting burnt out and receiving nothing in exchange. Half the time, like I would have the most incredible testimonies, but they wouldn't put it on paper. I've learned a lot since then. It seems to be the higher the price points, the more invested they are, the more that they rave about you. And that's just your magnetism, the embodiment of the transformation. So what you want to do is literally put this into practice. Make sure you're vibing into it, tuning into the energetic exchange, tuning into the feedback of what you will get from them even before they've had this incredible transformation. So what does the value of this feel like? And also remembering that it is also a direct reflection of you. This is your vibration. This is your intention. This is your transformation. These are your methods and practices that you know that they work because they've worked on you. So what are you willing to invest in yourselves? Also is what your clients are going to find that they're willing to be able to invest in themselves. So again, you're attracting like for like, right? So your soul clients are only going to be able to, I guess, grow as far as you are prepared to grow and invest within yourself. So you've got to be prepared to do the work yourself. You've got to be familiar with this vibration to be able to hold the space for them. Yeah, you need to lead first beyond what feels comfortable and push yourself, guide yourself to do the things, to be scary, to be brave, and sharing the embodiment of your work, stepping into the unknown. The transformation of investing in yourself is the transformation. Like, there's so much in this. I'm going to speak into one more thing. So when you're starting out, it is really great to, again, get comfortable with this energy exchange, receiving money for you doing your soul's work. You may like to start off at doing things at a discounted price, but setting the intention. So I'm going to say you're offering a reading, for example, and your standard price, the way you perceive the transformation is, say it's like $100, but you're starting out, you're building your confidence, you're learning how to receive money for doing your soul's work, well, maybe you might want to say, well, I'm going to do it at a discounted price of $50 for a period of time. So you're comfortable at holding this energetic frequency, receiving this amount of money in your energetic field, but also stating that the standard price is $100. So knowing that once you've experienced this, you've received it, you've played, you've got some feedback, you know that you're following through on your intentions and your transformations within this, that you are now ready to go and price it at that point of the standard price, which would be $100. Discounts, bundles and giveaways are really great every now and again. And this is for those people that, again, aren't willing to do the work that you're doing on yourself with rewriting your money story, and believe that literally their whole life is going to be in a place of lack, a place of scarcity. There's never enough. Their cup is only half full. They can never see, they always look at the grass is greener on the other side. They blame everybody. They don't take any responsibility for themselves, right? This is not you. But there will be people out there, and there will be those people that are just always sitting on the fence and just waiting for the free stuff, but never invest in themselves, investing in you. And that's okay, because they are a type of soul client, and they're the people that do follow and do support you. And they're the people that will still share when you have a giveaway. They'll go and tag 50 of their friends because this is their belief system, but they still believe that they're worthy of the abundance of like a prize or a giveaway, and can tap into their manifestation that way. So yeah, giveaways are really great in that aspect, because it means that you get to tap into a variety of clients that are connecting and building trust and growing with you, from like your low ticket price clients to your medium ticket to your high ticket investment clients. And then you have the people that are there just for the freebies. So that's a great way to give back, because they still share your work. They will still, they're still giving back in their own beautiful, unique way. But what you don't want to get caught up in is always giving discounts, or if people come to you and they're like, oh, I can't do this particular way. Well, then giving them an option of like, well, okay, well then there's pay in full or a payment plan, right? So they have the option of choosing to go through this sacred process of realizing that they're worthy of this investment, that they're wanting this transformation that you're offering. But if they come back to you and they're saying, no, well, I still can't do that, can you offer it to me for a lower price? Well, this is now going back to your integrity, your body of work. Well, you've priced this at this particular price point. So this is something that I'm sure you'll come across, where people will try and push you and see if they can get it for a lower price. So this is an interesting scenario, and I'd love to put this to you guys and see what you think. And again, like, there's no right or wrong. Whatever you choose is what you choose to do. But if you've energetically priced the transformation at a particular price point, and this is what you've been guided to put it as, and someone's asking you to price it less, is that going to make you feel good in the offering? Is that going to make you happy? Is that going to make you excited by reducing the price down? And if it does make you feel good, I mean, that's good. It's in resonance with you. That's okay. But if it doesn't make you feel good and you're doing it just for the sake of getting that person in, maybe just getting like a quick fix cash injection, but they're not really valuing the transformation that you're offering, well, then I would say don't do it. So Lizzie, you're saying no. Yeah. So what you're doing again is that if someone wants to be a part of your offerings, and serves you in services, you need to create the space for them to rise up to your level. This is my perception. Again, giving them options and trying to workshop to make it work with them, because I'm all about doing that. My coaches and mentors have most certainly done that for me. But the most important part that I see is the lesson in everything that you're working on within yourself, within your money story, is that they need to believe that they are worthy of investing in. If they're not going to value your work, your transformation, and value themselves, that it's okay to invest in that, do you really think that they're going to be your soul client if they're already not valuing the transformation by the price point offered? Are they someone that you want to work with? Do you believe that they're going to be a raving soul client? Again, this is something that you get to choose. So these are just some lessons that I've learned that I just wanted to kind of pose to you in stories, or questions, for you to think and use your own discernment on making decisions. But I'm all about doing what feels good. And as I'm sure you've seen, every now and again, like, I love to give away freebies for people and connect with people that have been wanting to work with me, but haven't had the means to do so. But I do have boundaries, and I am happy to see. Hang on a second. I'm going to be more conscious with my language. I'm happy to call a spade a spade. I can very much see their intention with what they're asking, and whether it is worthy or not. I can energetically, psychically read what they're trying to do before I even have to experience it. So I just invite you to use your intuition to feel into that as well. And on that note, what I want to do is, do I want to do 5-step process? No, I might just post that. What I want to do is go over the abundance vortex thread. So this is what I was saying before about celebrating all abundance that comes into your energetic field. And this is literally everything. I want you to go crazy. I want you to jump on, and when it happens, comment in the comment box and work and vibe off each other's energy. So I don't want you to miss any abundance that is coming into your energetic vortex. I want you to truly embody it and see that this is your natural state of being, and seeing how much abundance you overlooked and embodying gratitude within this. So I'm going to put, I guess, some rules and some affirmations, well, not rules, some guidelines of the best way to step into this abundance vortex. So what I mean by this is literally when you go grocery shopping and all your normal foods that you buy in your grocery shop, and you go there and it's like on special, this is abundance. You go to the coffee shop and you buy a coffee and you get a free muffin on the day. This is abundance. You go to the petrol station and you use your AA card and you get like $30 off petrol. This is a form of abundance. So I mean, ways that you wouldn't normally perceive as abundance, celebrating that as abundance. Every client that you get is abundance. Every kind of money that you receive, whether it's a tax return, whatever it is, whether you're manifesting like a free ticket to go somewhere. Like, I'm literally manifesting a course at the moment that's going to be announced in, I think we have 31 days in May. Yeah. On the 31st of this month, I'm pretty 30th or 31st of this month, I'm like, holy moly, I am manifesting receiving my level 1 certifications for free out of probably thousands of people. I'm like, this is mine. So whatever it is, whatever you're manifesting into your life as a form of abundance, like it's literally everything. We want to celebrate it. Yeah, whatever that looks like to each and every one of you. So I will put the guidelines up there about the abundance vortex. And from now, today, till the next session, the next module next week, I want you to put in, as if you're a crazy obsessed person, everything that you receive. Everything. I don't want you to overlook anything. And this is literally going to help you anchor into the frequency, to raise your vibration, to smash through that glass ceiling, to calling in that next level of abundance as well. Lizzie, you said, I've done and now I don't think they respect my work. I do, or that they embody what I'm meant to be helping them with. I needed to hear that. Makes so much sense now. Yes. And again, like, you had to do it once or twice or 3 times before you're like, this doesn't feel good to me. Like, this doesn't light me up. They're really not getting it. And they're not getting it because they didn't value the investment within themselves in the first place. This is not diluting your magic. This is not diluting your medicine, your transformation, your intentions set in your body of work that you do. Now it's time to draw a line in the sand and be like, no, you want to come, you invest full price. This is my new standard. This is my new norm. This means that sometimes you have to have tough conversations with people that are awkward in the moment. But this is how you raise your bar of stepping into this next level embodiment of abundance. There is nothing wrong with that. That is your normal price point. Right? Yes, there are times that you're going to have discounts. Yes, there are times that you may have bundles and, 2 for 1 or whatever it is. Yes, there might be, you might do a promotion of an event and you might have someone win a free pass to your event. But when it doesn't feel good, this is where you have the opportunity to consciously choose how you can step into that vibration of feeling good, being playful, loving it. And that means, yes, we have to do things the way we didn't do before. We have to have those tough conversations. If you're wanting to build an empire, you're going to have to do that. And I know that you want to build an empire. I know that you're here and that you're meant to be of service. And even like more magnetizing ways that you can comprehend in the present moment, right? Because remembering you're taking away from them an opportunity for them to learn that they're worthy of the investment. That is the transformation before the transformation, right? So we've got the abundance vortex. I'm going to put the rules in. I'm going to copy and paste them and put them in here now for 1 week until we do the next module. I want you to go crazy. I want you to go all in, honey, celebrating every form of abundance that comes into your energetic field. And it doesn't mean that you go to the supermarket, you buy some mints, some apples, and I don't know, dishwashing powder. You have to list all of the, I don't know, foods or whatever it is that you're getting at the supermarket that are discounted. Just, abbreviate, like went to the supermarket and, my favorite things were on special. You don't have to list the 50 things that were on special in your grocery shopping list. But if it's something outside of going groceries and something else that you've been wanting to buy, or you got a voucher for, or you popped up in your mailbox that you've been wanting to invest in, like an item of clothing, and now it's 20% off, this is abundance. Like, you've been calling this in. Here is your discount, right? So it is any kind of abundance. Gosh, I wish I could remember. I should have had a quick look, but man, when we did this last time, when we opened up this abundant vortex, some incredible transformations in abundance was called in, anchored in, just by affirming, rewriting your new energetic vortex, new abundance vortex. Happy. Woohoo! That is amazing. And that is abundance. So abundance isn't just financial abundance. although in this context we are looking at just financials, but abundance is abundance of everything, abundance of health and well-being, abundance of like self-love and relationships, connections with like your soul family. Abundance is connection to your purpose, being able to make conscious choices, to live out, to be of service, to share your vision, to make your impact, to be in a position to be able to do that. Abundance is being able to connect to something greater than yourself, to tap into this ancient knowledge and wisdom that you have within you, this infinite knowledge and wisdom. So abundance isn't just, so that was a great point, Pania. It isn't just financial abundance, but we're just going to focus on that and the abundance vortex. I am also going to put up a 5-step process and a post for you to work through your money magnetism for your business to soar and mindset hacks. So I will put that in there as well. But for that, I'm going to leave. I could talk about abundance, money mindset works. Yeah, there's just so much in here, and just doing this for now, what was meant to be an hour, nearly got into 2 hours, not nearly enough. But as I said, there's so much work that you get to do behind the scenes with going through writing a love letter and choosing what your soul has a purpose and a vision of, and the resources including money and how you know this to be, and putting your examples, but also doing the deep work with your inner child, your parents, your society, declaring your fears, your perceptions of other people with wealth, and anything that comes up that isn't in resonance of love, transmuting that. This is where the transformations happen. So on that note, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for persevering with my battery dying, well, almost dying. It's now charging perfectly, which is amazing. And if you have any questions, make sure that you raise them. Come back, rewatch this. I'm glad that I was able to channel directly to your soul, Lizzie. This is literally going to be the point of difference within you in calling this next level of abundance. And the same for you, Pania, with really putting yourself out there and adding like these new things that I see you doing into your body of work. It is scary, and it isn't for the faint-hearted. But if you really want to activate these codings and these templates of abundance and wealth within you, you have to literally do something different. This is where fulfillment comes from being of service, from helping others. And at the core of everything that we do, we literally just want to help each other. This is why this course was downloaded, because if I knew this stuff that I have learned the hard way when I started out and set up my business, and again, spent thousands of dollars, like over a year's worth of salary in myself and in my business, that I would have been able to fast track it, which is why I was like, this needs to be the basic fundamentals of having a soulful business. So I was literally the channel for a past version of myself, which is what we've talked about. This is who your soul clients are, past versions of yourself. So watch this space. There's going to be a few more posts coming up. There's going to be an incredible, abundant activation for you to embody. This is a light language activation. This is me speaking from my soul to yours, channeling the abundant frequencies. So this is something that you're going to want to. It's short, sharp, sweet, straight to the point, very potent, very magnetic, helping you tap into the embodiment of wealth, your natural state of being in your energetic field. So watch out for that being posted. And when you feel called to, I would say probably bring it into your daily rituals of meditation, connecting with it, with yourself, with your soul business, and then doing that for probably a good couple of consecutive days to really embody these codes within this transmission. Otherwise, when you feel called to do it. But if you could do it every day, I mean, transformations, right? I love you all so much. Thank you for being active participants. For those of you watching the replay, I'm so excited to read your comments, especially as this was a very interactive session. And just remember, your soul knows. So it's about listening and trusting and putting these things into practice, doing the work to see the results. And having faith and trusting and knowing that not always will you see the results straight away, but having that belief, that trust and confidence within yourself, following your intuition, acting on it, showing up. This is where you are literally rewriting karmic patterns and past versions of yourself, and you're shifting timelines and reality to step into the embodiment of abundance and wealth. Yay! Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.